There is one stock that is about to skyrocket. The company is Freeport-McMoRan, ticker symbol FCX. It's a copper and gold mine. So both copper futures and gold futures are holding up incredible strength, even as the market approaches levels not seen in the last 2 months. So it seems like the metals are a safe haven. Unsurprisingly, silver has strength as well. You have to look at what money is actually flowing into, and it's flowing into materials. Tickers like Alcoa, AA, Albemarle is a chemical company. ALB is the ticker for that. So besides FCX, these other companies, materials and industrials, are doing exceptional. Are they all going to skyrocket? Probably not all of them as the market cools right now, but they've set up well, and money doesn't just get sucked out of the market. Usually it rotates, and a lot of it is rotating right now. So this does not look like a 2008 doomsday Great Recession scenario. Let's look at these tickers and a few more right now. This is not financial advice, but I hope it helps.
This is Sam Putnam.
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 All right, so as you can see, we've got live comments showing up right now, and you'll see these in the recording, but I'll just type that for new people. This is actually live. Your comments do show up here, and I'll answer your comments too. Hut did look strong today. I have it on the watch list today. They did have news with Fluid Stack, which is basically guaranteed by Google. They're a Bitcoin miner turned data center play, so you know, some of these have really come down recently, but $7 billion is a lot of money. 15-year lease. So this is possible collaboration with Claude Anthropic, which is the LLM with like a 200 million valuation. So big move up, construction starting next 18 months or something. Yeah, so other companies have had moves like that in the, you know, AI data center miner space, but none of them look good right now. Wolf, Iron, you got to stay the heck away. Even Riot, Mara, the OG ones. Here's the ones that are interesting. FCX, I just talked about. Some of these failures are, you know, it's got to get over 49.50, but you can get a little bit of a cheat entry on FCX. ALB also setting up as well, a chemicals company. AA also in the conversation, Alcoa. And then CLF, Cleveland Cliffs, is in the conversation, as well as gold and what other stock that is totally different, Service Titan. So they recently had earnings. They're up over that close just about. It's a little messy, but sold off and had strength, which is more than a lot of stocks can say right now. So let's rip through what else is on the watch list right now. Capital One, interesting. You know, still forming a flag here. A little extended, a little slow, 2% a day, but it's up there. Silver, still holding up. This real estate company, Seabury RE, a little bit of a wiki move, but I could have a skyrocket at some point. Estee Lauder, some strength despite the market weakness today. Dollar General breaking out. Maybe that can come back, and then you can get an entry on that. CDE, another mining company, holding in there. Lemonade had a failed breakout, but it's still holding. PCAR, hard to see if that's a long or a short, but it's definitely a flag. CLO holding in there. Some strength today. Gap. It's a little extended here, but if it can come back a day, you can get an entry on that. And Lulu, big, massive day. Need to pull back on that. It's Biotech, VRTX, still forming that channel upwards. GCT software name holding up there. Talked about Service Titan. There's gold itself, almost enterable here. Mongo needs to go sideways a bit. SanDisk, you can get in there. as that flag starts to form. HUT needs to form a flag as well. Talked about CLF. It's a little slow moving, but could get a cheat entry there. Reddit would be great if that could form a flag. And bros, you might be able to buy over, say, 62 and a half, something like that. AA might be able to buy that soon. ALB, very viable. FCX is good. MTN, high volume close over 155. Mu, maybe get a cheat entry on this close. Wait for this to close tomorrow before taking a look at it. At earnings today. STL day, strength today, moving up on this channel. So that's what we got going on here. And then we'll look through, all the stocks or whatever, but I think it's reasonable just to say what's cooking. Let's see. Google's, don't short Google. That's the lesson right now. Even though the flag is not totally breaking out, you got to give Google a little bit of a break. So we don't have to worry about data centers in space right now. Let's see what else we got here that's constructive. I can't say there's going to be a lot, but it's definitely, could be the end of a bull market for sure. Could be another couple weeks sideways. But if you guys have interests in shorts, we can start turning this into a short channel, but it's going to be a complete shift, and I don't want to put that on everybody. It's not easy. God, these videos are... Bitcoin does not look good right now. Ethereum does not look good. Yeah. A lot of this is pretty... There's the Venezuela oil thing, although oil is not moving too much today. ConocoPhillips was up some. Nothing too wild to act on. Let's see. Yeah. You can probably just call it there. SCCO also looks good, I agree. In terms of whatever those are called. Copper names. Yeah, Cipher doesn't look good, but long term it's good. I think FCX is a better move than SCCO. It's holding in there, but not by much. That was a good find, though. However you just came up with that, if you can do more of that, that is what we're looking for here. All right. And then in terms of just highest market cap to lowest market cap, actually, you know what? That's kind of boring. Industries is another way to look at these, right? So we'll just ignore these ones that don't have an industry. So energy equipment and stuff. Baker, Halliburton, just not interesting. Schlumberger. And then oil itself, we talked about down, except for ConocoPhillips. The rest of this stuff is not interesting. MPC, PSX, no. All this stuff is pretty... Uranium names, no. So with chemicals is where it's at, right? NTR, ALB, DuPont, whatever, but the other ones are kind of holding in there. And then this container sector, whatever this is, CCK, might be in a league of its own. But there's metals. Metals is great right now. metals and materials. And then yeah, RGLD is another way to buy gold. HL's in the conversation for sure. At STLD, I think that is steel. Dynamics needs to build out a base. We talked about that. Aerospace is okay too, I guess. Not really. Aerospace is all over the place. It's really just Boeing that was handling and hanging in there. Let's see. Mods down a lot. EME's down a lot. Fix is down a lot. These are all these construction names that just got wrecked. Electric. What is this? Electrical equipment got wrecked. Don't want that. Next D is solar, but it's still in electrical equipment. Boom Energy wrecked. GV wrecked. 3M's in its league of its own. CAT, CMI, all these construction things are. Some of them are actually okay, but just PCAR. Keep an eye on that. Ferg, no. WCC, no. These are professional services, whatever that means. PL's okay, actually. CHRW is okay as well. UPS is okay. They're just slow. Air freight names are okay. Airlines are fine. They just need to go sideways a little bit. Except for Joby and Archer. The vertical takeoffs, we don't need those right now. Speculation names. Ground transportation, no. XPO, no. Logistics, no. Automotives, batteries are no. Ford, weakness, Rivian, Tesla's all pulling back. SGI, no. DHI, no. PHM, no. So, it's definitely the safe havens right now. RLTP, RONN, no. OVS, MGM, no. Gambling's no. That includes hotels like Airbnb and Booking. Actually, yeah, I guess that for some reason Airbnb is up a lot. HBM is another one you found. Hudson Bay is a good one. That's a minerals company. Nice. I don't know how you're finding these, but keep doing whatever you're doing. That one can maybe go sideways a little bit before it gets back on the list, but that's worth putting on the watch list. And then these cruisers keep going sideways. PLNT is okay as well, just failed breakout you have to deal with. Talked about Bros, which is coffee. Amazon, no. Baba, no. Which is whatever this is, like big retail. These retailers are probably slowing down at this point, except for the ones that haven't broken out, like Gap. And then the vertical retail, DKS, 5 Lows, Ulta, no. Carvana, scary to buy. Wayfair could be a cheat entry. I could put that on the list. But WSM cart failed. What is this? Consumer staples. Dollar G and Dollar General strong. Dollar Tree. Probably got to let that cool off for a bit. Target looks fine too. So yeah, retail, industrials, and metals. Minerals. EL's fine. Talked about that. EW, GHC, no. IDXX. ICRG looks okay. It's just too slow. PEN. ALGN, no. CDO is fine. Core is fine. So this is healthcare stuff, which for the most part is just not really cooking here. I mean, maybe this ABBV will firm up, but it's slow moving. And then all this other stuff, PPIO, BIIB Guild, no. And then this is Biotechs. Biotechs are always sketch. INSM got crushed. If anyone knows what happens there, could be a good thing to avoid. Whatever, I'll look it up. I'm the one talking. What else? NBIX got wrecked too. Prax is still in the conversation. Regeneron's okay, but not great. EQX, is that like a gas thing? Is that what that is? Yeah, this is a pretty rough day, so if I can get above this pivot maybe. What is EQX? Yeah, it's gold, okay. Yeah, so gold names are fine. Where were we? Yeah, these biotechs rolling over whatever. UTR went. United Therapeutics went, but I don't think this candle is real, so I'm going to ignore most of that, but Crystal Myers was a good idea, but it's just slow moving. I don't like these ones. Pfizer and Lilly just got crushed. Teva's holding in there. And then Life Sciences. Agilent. Just stair-stepping down. Let's see what else we got going on here. City's holding in there. ITUB, no. GPM, no. No. WFC, no. CPG, APO, Rocket, Affirm. XP, COF, no. SoFi, no. Ares, no. BN, no. BX holding in, I guess. KKR, no. SDT, no. Futu, no. Goldman Sachs, no. Hood, no. So now we're into money names, finance, capital markets, or whatever. AIG still has strength incredibly. So that's actually worth keeping on watch. Kind of in the Wayfair category of lemonade's worth it. And then consulting companies, I think is what we got going on here. Nothing too interesting here. ACAM continued strength. And then Twilio needs to pull back a little bit, but that's on watch. And then what do we got else? CRM might get interesting. It looks like it's up a bit. So that's a tentative watch. DDoG's continuing to get wrecked in software. Software in general is not super exciting, with the exception of that Hut News. Palantir got wrecked. Nuclear stuff, CubeATS, Quantum or whatever. Riot down. Unity not doing anything great. Wolf down. ZM holding in there, not great. CrowdStrike now. CYVR. NBIS down. Path down. ANET down. CN down. Cisco back. Light holding in there, but not much. Ondas, Dell, HPE, okay. IonQ, okay. NTAP, no. Pure Storage, no. SanDisk is holding in there actually from memory. STX, not great. Western Digital, not great. Keys, not great. APH. And then Optoelectronics Core, whatever. GLW with those fiber optics, not great. CLS, no. Flex, no. FN, JBL, this is like electrical components, yeah. TEL, no. TTMI, these are pretty much getting wrecked. AMAT, AMKR, ENTG, no. And then semis. KLA, CLRCX, no. MKSI, no. Terra, no. ADI, no. ALAB, no. AMD, no. AVGO, no. CRDO, no. FSLR, holding in there. INTC, no. MCHP, no. And PWR, no. MRVL, MTSI, no. MU, little strength. And the big ones, NVIDIA, selling off. NXPI, no. ON, no. PI holding in there. QCOM holding in there. RGTI, nothing. TSM, nothing. ASTS. Space, Euphoria seems to be fading. Omicron, I don't know what's going on here, but I don't think this is super sustainable. So, god damn, this is ChatGPT. INCM is the ticker. What happened today? OMC ticker. Oh yeah, their phase 2 study did not meet primary or secondary endpoints for Insmed, so that's a bad thing. Omicron. They had a merger last month. I don't see any normal or special news, so I'm just going to ignore this. I don't know what to do with it. SATS could still be a short. Space Euphoria, and then entertainment TKO is some strength, but don't know what to do with that. Needs to level off some. Warner Brothers continuing down. Baidu, whatever, Google, Reddit holding some strength. CG, whatever this is. There's the EIX. Similar to EQX. EIX looks somewhat interesting. A little spiky. Tough to predict that. NEE, no. Energy, no. Oklo, no. SRE, TLN, well, no. CBRE is still interesting. And then Open is failing. So, this is a heck of a list. You can't see this whole list because it's off the screen. But I'll scroll through it. Capital One, Silver, CBRE for a poor market, EL, Dollar General, CDE, Lemonade. This is a big list for poor markets. PCAR, COO, Gap, Lulu, needs to pull back. Little VRTX, go sideways. GCT, T-Sand, Gold, MDB, SanDisk, Hut, CLF, interesting. RDT, Reddit, Dutch Bros, AA, Albemarle, FCX, MTN, Mu, STLD, and HBM. So there's a lot to be thankful for. Yeah, there's just a lot in the market to look at. So, yep. As far as other Trump's speaking about Venezuela right now. We could tune in, I guess. Is that a thing? Trump, Venezuela. What's he up to? Venezuela. Oh. It's just more of the oil stuff. It's just don't mess with oil stocks right now. There's nothing crazy. Nvidia to cut gaming GPU production by 30%. I don't know exactly what that means. You don't really have to care about these massive takeover things. They're not gonna move the market in the short term. So industrials working on a false breakout. Yeah, that is sort of interesting insight. Industrials is going down, but those are still working. I don't know. Trump's doing a dividend to soldiers. I don't know about a lot of this other just non-news, non-market news, non-market moving news. Yeah, I think we can just pretty much... This guy's good. Data center stuff. Boy. Oil prices are down after the nation address by Trump does not mention Venezuela. Okay. Oil prices are already not great. Yeah, so here's the thing. If people don't like data centers, they're not going to get built. That's a fair point. Nothing really else to say. There's no crazy macro news. Pretty much just gold. So it is what it is. The Trump speech did not do anything great. The jobs numbers don't really matter. HMY? What about HMY? Yeah, that looks like it's holding in there. Is that's a gold name? A metals name? Yeah, gold miner. Yep. Typically, so here are the gold miners, right? AU, it's kind of just shelving sideways. AEM, that's not moving. NEM's up, so that one's maybe more interesting. I like gold because you can just, it's the ETF, it pretty much follows the futures of gold. You can see it kind of looks the most flaggy. AU, if I didn't mention it, I just mentioned it. So HMY is definitely one of the better ones with higher lows, I think. But I would probably just do gold personally, but I don't know. I guess Micron had good guidance. That's good. Oh yeah, what about these pot stocks? What happened to those? They kept going, so you know, there are situations where tiny stocks are interesting, but in general, it's not worth the trouble. Lulu. Activist investor built a 1 billion stake. So that news just came out after earnings as well. So that was pretty unpredictable. Okay, what else? There's not really anything else crazy going on. AI stocks are pretty much coming down right now. Drone stocks are uninteresting. UMAC, RCAT. Yeah. Good luck, all. Let's see. OpenAI looking at 750 billion. That's great, but doesn't really affect us public market investors. Yeah, I would not have a position in iRobot. I don't even know if you can. Didn't that go bankrupt? If it's not already done trading, it's going to be done trading soon. So sell your shares or cover your short, because that thing is, they're just going to literally erase the shares. You're not even going to get your amount of money back, I believe. Oh, I feel like my Twitter feed could be better. Lulu is going to be a background company, a return to glory. Yep. I mean, Lulu is a trend company, right? So it's like, do you think they're going to be the next Nike? You know, do they even want to be the next Nike? So what about the I was going to say the strawberry companies, but that's not a real thing. It's got to be another way to sort these companies that's not totally boring besides market cap. I mean, we can just, I don't like doing this, but you can just look at what's went up the most compared to the how much it normally moves. So what's crazy is, okay, so here's a couple of NTR. So whatever sector is that in? Oh yeah, that's in the, we already looked at that. That's a chemical company. And then the CCK, something must have happened here that's interesting. Other than that, stuff that went down a ton. The services, open door, cores. Yeah, cores. See that the shorts are definitely up plenty. That would probably be the, if we're being honest, the most reasonable thing to look at right now. Lulu did invest in branding. It's their large oversight. Only time will tell if they can get it together, but Lulu stores are packed right now. Their oversight, like their, oh yeah. Like they're not as invested in branding as like a Gymshark. They're not as well known. I know what the Lulu symbol looks like, but I don't know what to associate Lulu with. Gymshark is pretty obvious what it's associated with. Going to the gym, right? Like CrossFit is Gymshark, how Gymshark started, I think. I think it's just going to bend my brain too much to look at all these stocks as shorts right now. But you might be able to short. I don't even know how to look at these as shorts. Like you probably don't want to short NVIDIA right here, but maybe you don't want to short Google. Not Amazon, probably not Tesla, probably not AVGO. Although you could short AVGO with a stop at yesterday's open. Maybe that's something. Lilly, you might be able to short Lilly. The pharmaceuticals are, you know, look exactly like Lilly. What else? You don't want to short Palantir. ASML already went down. Baba, I don't know. AMD might be worth a short with a stop at 200. That would be a pretty reasonable idea. What else? Consider Nike up or down. They're always invested in athletes and branding. Yep. But Nike's still not doing great right now, right? I guess I should be a little bit more reasonable than Nike. 5-year chart, they're definitely not doing great. Baba, no. What else here? Cisco's already down. Wells Fargo, no. IBM. Caterpillar's down too much. Goldman Sachs, I don't know. XP, I don't know. Goldman Sachs might be a short there, I don't know. RTX, probably already down too much. TMO might be a short soon. Let's see. Man, Intel just unwind of the century. ANET not so hot. This Lowe's might roll over, but I'm not sure. If ADI gets a bounce, that could be a short. KKR down. BMY like for a little hyper scalp short, but I go 1 day. I can't even bring myself to say a 1 day swing. 1 day short. Marriott. It's tough to long that, but Airbnb could be a short soon. What else? A lot of stuff just already went down. PCAR, I'd almost feel more comfortable shorting than longing. Any sort of extended NXPI could be a short. This one actually looks pretty good as a short. It would be great if this was higher volume, but what else? Nothing cooking here. Let's see. Most of these stocks are just in no man's land. IQV might be a short. CCL's got to get through earnings. MCHP could still be a short. Just risked 50 cents or something. I think WGS is a short. WGS is already down too much. That was the one I was just looking at before WGS. I don't know. Yeah, MCHP. T was holding in there, keys coming down. DB holding up. A lot of this stuff is just no man's land. All right, 8 minutes of this left. Let's see. This MTD might roll over. Be short. Let's see what else. Alta may roll over. I wouldn't want to buy light, but it's not super clear on that one. I mean, if I thought palladium was a possible short yesterday, I guess I would think it's more of a short, but it's hard to short metals at a time when, yeah, this love on a gap up could be a short. I don't know. All right, what else we got cooking here? This is a long time to scan through the market. It's been over an hour. Gold is still here. Let's see. Later. Let's see. TKL, maybe a short-term short, although I don't like the sound of that. ATI short with a tight stop. Now we're getting into the low 1 to 10 billion companies. There might be something with short potential down here. Maybe GH. I don't know. EPAM, actually. That could be a short. What else? Feels like a Thursday, but it's a Wednesday. What else is here? There's a lot of stuff that's just weak, but not shortable. Although maybe KNX could roll over. Yeah. Coming up on the end here. Let's see. I wouldn't be surprised if MTN or ANF or even PL dropped significantly, but Turn or AEO could be shortable. All right. I'm an NM came down as well. So, if you're just joining, this is actually live. Your recording is not, obviously. And your comments do show up here. How this works is you mention tickers and we look at them. As long as they have over $100 million volume on the day, maybe for multiple days on average. And they ought to be over $5, right? So that's that. The ideas for tomorrow and going forward. CLF, Cleveland Cliffs. That's a mining metals company. Alcoa's AA, that's a metals company. So that's like steel. ALB is chemicals. Albemarle. FCX is copper and gold mine. Gold itself, that's the gold ETF. And then Service Titan is like a data consulting AI-ish company. So those are the ideas. If you made it to the end of this video, like this video. If you want a free course on how to find the next NVIDIA without gambling on startups, hit that subscribe. And if you want to talk about your portfolio, head over to meet.stockscommunity.com. meet.stockscommunity.com. That link will be in the description. It's a Google Calendar. You pick a time. It's 15 minutes. We'll hop on a call, talk about your portfolio, whatever you got in there. And 13 of those 15 minutes views. I might try to sell you something at the end, but you knew that. See ya.
Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam. This is Sam Putnam.